It turns out that many young people today, really not just the ones whom I interviewed, but many millennials, derive meaning from wanting to make a contribution, wanting to make a difference. I think they've internalized many of the problems of the world that they've seen on TV from a very young age. But they've also, particularly the young innovators whom I profiled, had both parents and teachers who'd explicitly encouraged one simple lesson. The idea that we are not the centers of the universe, that we have some responsibility to give back and to make a difference. Both parents and teachers whom I interviewed had made that a clear kind of moral framework for all of the young people whom they taught and the children whom they raised. But more than that, what I came to understand is that these parents had encouraged something deeper, something beyond just a sense of giving back. When I tried to understand what they'd done, I found another pattern. Both parents and teachers had explicitly encouraged this play, passion, and purpose. Parents encouraged much more exploratory play, fewer toys, toys without batteries. They limited screen time, very important. Teachers tried to bring the spirit of play back into the classroom. It was Ed Carrier, who teaches engineering students at Stanford, who talked with me about bringing elements of whimsy into the designs for his projects, bringing a certain kind of fancifulness into his work. As teachers grew older, as the kids grew older, the parents were very intentional in trying to introduce their children to new possibilities, new interests, new ways of understanding and exploring the world, to the extent that they had the resources to do that. It was interesting. I discovered that these parents understood that finding and pursuing a real interest, beginning with a curiosity, staying curious, and having that curiosity develop to an interest which would become a passion, that passion was more important, no matter what it was, than academic achievement for its own sake. We've come to understand the importance of grit in adult success, the importance of perseverance, of self-regulation, of self-discipline. But what we haven't explored enough are what are the best ways to promote grit. Now, it turns out pursuing a real interest, an intrinsic interest, is in fact the best way to motivate a young person to want to put in the 10,000 hours required to become an expert and to develop that muscle of grit. Teachers the same, and I'll talk more about this in just a moment, tried to find ways to give students time to pursue their own interests, to stay curious. But what was interesting is that these interests and passions morphed and evolved among the young people whom I've interviewed. But in every case, they matured to a deeper sense of purpose, a desire to give back and to make a difference.